President of the Republic of Singapore and NUS Chancellor, Madam Halimah Yacob, Second Minister for Education, Dr. Muhammad Maliki Osman, NUS Pro-Chancellors, NUS Chairman and Trustees, NUS President, Distinguished Honorary Graduate Dr. Tony Tan, Distinguished Honorary Graduate Dr. Margaret Chan, fellow graduates and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all. I'm honored to be here today representing the class of 2023. The past few years have been extremely challenging for all of us, but we made it as one class. We were all impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic in drastic ways. Besides taking care of ourselves, some of us were also involved in efforts to protect lives and livelihoods. Regardless of our experiences, we found time and strength to pursue our studies during this crisis of a generation. Our batch was the only batch which undertook our entire course of studies through the acute phase of the pandemic. With the help of technology and the supportive university administration, we were fortunate to continue our studies and complete it in a safe manner. Thank you to our professors and staff for your hard work behind the scenes. Your creativity and educational innovations allowed us to continue our education when universities could have easily suspended all classes. This awesome privilege has brought us here today. Reflecting on our postgraduate journey set against the backdrop of the COVID-19 pandemic, I would like to highlight 3 key lessons as we begin new chapters in our lives: being resilient, being agile, and being empathetic. Firstly, we learned to be resilient. Many of us made significant sacrifices, juggling the demands of our studies, the pandemic, work, and family commitments. Due to safe management measures and limited interaction with our peers and tutors, we had to learn to tackle challenges independently. However, we also adopted new ways to work as teams. As a batch, we had to adopt new ways of hustling together to complete assignments. Most importantly, as we undertook our academic journeys in decentralized manners, we depended much more on our families. Our families served as strong pillars of support to all of us during these tough times. On behalf of the class of 2023, I thank all families for your strong support. For me, pursuing my master's meant that I had to schedule my wedding after my exams. I even had to attend a class the night before my wedding. I'm thankful for an understanding wife and that I still managed to wake up bright and early on my wedding day. Having pursued our studies during the pandemic meant that we had to remain mentally and emotionally strong. Many of us also had the solemn role of supporting national efforts against the pandemic. We were either in the front lines or helping with policy efforts. People depended on us. Through our perseverance, we did well not just as individuals, but as a community. We will continue experiencing situations which will call for sacrifice. We must remember the experiences we had while studying, the battle scars, and the resilience of our cohort. It is such resilience which will help us become stronger and do well in future crises. Secondly, we learned to be agile. The pandemic highlighted that nothing remains constant. Sometimes, change is faster than expected. To thrive, we must learn to adapt to change. We must have the desire to continuously learn. Through our course of study, we did not just gain knowledge. We were also exposed to different ways of learning and approaches to critical thinking. These lessons will put us in good stead to glean better insights from our various experiences. Insights which can help us convert crises into opportunities not just for ourselves, but for others. We must seize these opportunities and always remain agile. Being able to adapt to change and take advantage of change are important skills to develop. NUS has provided us the foundation to continue developing these skills. Let us remember this and always remain agile in our ever-changing world. Lastly, in everything we do, we must have empathy. Empathy for those we lead and empathy for those we serve. In school, there was a huge emphasis on stakeholder engagements and situational analyses. We were trained to understand the psyche and needs of those we serve. Putting ourselves in the shoes of others is vital. It deepens our conviction and strengthens our passion for the work we do. It adds our heart to the hard work which we do. During the pandemic, we observed empathy being shown in the development and communication of policies, as well as the implementation of ground operations. When our healthcare system could not cope, people from all walks of life supported one another. When vulnerable populations were suffering, people came together to find solutions to better support them. As Michelle Yeoh, Oscar's Best Actress awardee, put it, the prerequisite to change is empathy. Seeing through other people's perspective activates our compassion, which becomes the driving force for demonstrable action. Class of 2023, we have gone through many challenges together, and we have emerged stronger together. Let us not only remember the knowledge which our professors have imparted, but the life lessons which we have gained from our academic journey set against the backdrop of the global pandemic. Let us always remain resilient, agile, and empathetic in everything that we do, and rise up to create positive change wherever life brings us. Once again, I thank God, my family, my professors, as well as supporters and donors of the school for bringing me to where I am today. Class of 2023, congratulations, and let us look forward to this new journey ahead.